Hi everyone. So find somewhere quiet for you to settle down for your practice today. If you are comfortable seated, perhaps sit tonight. We're not going to be here for too long, and then we're going to start the warming phase seated. But you don't have to be cross-legged. You could have legs long. You could kneel and sit back, whatever feels comfortable for you. So let's bring the hands together at the heart center today in prayer position. And just lift and drop the shoulders a couple of times and then let them drop a little bit more. And also, if it feels good, just maybe turning the head side to side. And then when you're ready, closing your eyes and bringing your attention to your hands and the warmth of the hands pressing together. See then if you can sit up nice and tall. Feel the seat bones into the ground and the shoulder blades kind of sitting into the upper back a little bit. Come back to your hands at your heart center again. Relax through your face and just begin to breathe in and out through the nose, rhythmically, softly. Bring your hands to your knees now, thumb and forefinger together. But keep eyes closed if you can for a little while longer. And just notice how your body feels. You might also want to acknowledge what kind of day you've had. And, or actually, if it's the beginning of the day, maybe what kind of day you want to have. And then let's wriggle toes and wriggle fingers. So bring some movement into those. We could even just roll the wrists. But if you can, just keep your eyes closed for a little bit longer. Then come back to turning the head side to side again. Bring the head back to neutral and then lift the shoulders and drop the shoulders. A couple of those. Bring your feet so they're on the ground and your knees are bent, and then hug into your thighs. So you're curling into a little bit of a ball here. And then if your eyes are still closed, you might want to open and close them a few times here until they're ready to stay open. So bringing legs forward. So we're sitting up, holding onto thighs or shins, and starting with cats and cows, but in this seated position. So as we exhale, rounding through the back, and as we inhale, sitting up. Keeping shoulders relaxed. And concentrating on getting as much movement through the spine as you can. Let's do one more. And then either leaving legs in this position or bringing them crossed. And I want you just to bring your hands behind you and lift through your chest. So see if you can squeeze your shoulder blades together and push your chest forward. So you get a real lovely opening there through the chest. Come and sit up, take a big breath in, and then just come forward. So you could come in between your legs if your legs are back where they were, or over your legs if you're here. Now if you are working cross-legged, swap the legs round, otherwise leave them where they are. Bring the hands behind you again. Let's push up once more. So you might even get a bit more movement there. Shoulder blades squeezing, chest lifting. And then breathe in, lift the arms and come forward again. Okay, roll up and come to all fours and step one leg forward. So we're going to move forward and back here off this back knee. You might want to pad your back knee up a bit by doubling up your mat. First of all, let's take a breath and let's come here and come high. And see if you can lean back a little bit, but keep shoulders dropped. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, come forward. This time as you inhale, lengthen your front leg. Now you'll notice my leg isn't fully straightening at this point. So we're exhaling, coming forward. We're inhaling, pulling back. And you can just gradually increase this range of movement. So you can drop further forward. You can start to lift the ball of the foot. But we're not staying anywhere. We're just moving through. Let's do one more. And then in your own time, change legs. So first of all, we're coming up, we're reaching, and we're leaning back. Inhale here, exhale to come forward. Inhale to pull back, exhale forward. Last one. Come to all fours and then let's push up and back to down dog. So let's check feet to hip distance. Let's really spread out the fingers and the thumb on the ground and then push through the hands to create some length in the spine. When you're ready, walking feet and hands together and coming to forward fold. So perhaps keep feet hip distance for now. Let's breathe in and rise. And then exhale and roll back down. Inhale, bring hands to shins or thighs, find a flat back position. Exhale and roll down again. Breathe in and rise. Breathe out and lower. Breathe into flat back. Exhale. Now inhale here, and as you exhale, we're stepping back to plank. Now we're going to go slowly tonight. So we're stepping right leg, then right leg back to plank. I'm going to put our knees down. You could stay here and do cat and cow. Otherwise we're lowering down through the arms and then we're rolling the shoulders back into a baby cobra. Inhale here, and as you exhale, push back to down dog. Breathe in and lift your right leg to three-legged dog. And then sweep that right leg through to a lunge, and you can pick it up and help it through. Now this time the back knee's coming down. You can relax those back toes and you're going to twist to me. Inhale, hands come down. Exhale, we step in. Breathe in and rise. Breathe out and roll back down. Inhale, find your flat back again. Exhale and lower. Breathe in here, and we're stepping back, left leg then right leg to plank. You could stay on your feet or come on your knees. Cat or cow, or lower down here. Low cobra, or if you feel warm enough, push to up dog, and even knees could come off, and then push back to down dog. Breathe in, left leg lifts. Breathe out, left leg comes through, back knee down. Breathe in, left arm. Breathe out, step into forward fold. So we're going again, inhale and rise. You can make this a back bend, I'm having to because of my light. Exhale and forward fold. Breathe into your flat back. Breathe out and lower. Inhale, stay. Exhale, right leg, left leg, knees down if you need to. We lower down. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg comes through. Now you've got the option to keep that knee off if you want to. Breathe in and turn. Breathe out and step in. Last time, breathe in and rise. Breathe out and lower. Inhale to flat back. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, left leg, right leg and lower. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Breathe in, left leg lifts. Breathe out, left leg through. Inhale, left arm. Exhale and step in. So stay in your forward fold for a moment. And then breathe in again and rise. And just lift the arms and lower the arms. So turn to face me and come and step wide. Turn your feet out a little bit. We're going to come into a squat here. So you want to check that your knees are in line with your toes. They're going out. Or if you can't get them out, bring your feet in a little bit. So I want you to breathe in, lift your left arm and take a side bend. We're resting the elbow on the thigh. 2 breaths here. We reach, but we keep the weight even in both legs. Now, you can straighten your legs as you transition, or if you feel brave tonight, you can just come straight across to the other side. 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift both arms, and then find a back bend here. So in this wide leg position, you can probably squeeze a little bit more through the bottom, and that might help you lift your chest and send it further back. Arms come wide, hands come to the hips. Turn your feet to face forward. Push your hips back. See if you can keep a flat back position here. Keep pushing the hips back. So this stretch should now come all the way down the back of the legs. You might want to stay here. You might want to bring hands to thighs. A couple of you might be able to touch the ground. I don't think I can without losing my flat back right now. Soften knees, breathe in and release the arms. So resetting your squat. And I'm going to progress this side bend a little bit more. So coming into the squat, let's go the other way first this time. So come across to your side bend. And then if you feel you can, take the bottom arm off the thigh, press it across and press the other arm over. So we hold, we feel the work in the thigh, we breathe. We inhale, we can rise, or we can stay and change sides. Pressing the palm, reaching over. One more breath. And then inhale and rise, and we're reaching back. Arms open, hands come to the hips, feet face forward. We push those hips back. Keep a lift in the chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Soften the knees, hands come to thighs, and we roll up. Turning your right foot out now. Let's come to warrior two. So arms are long, knee stacks above the ankle. And we line up the heel with the middle of the instep. We're coming in and out of this a little bit tonight. So each time we come into it, I want you to see if you can come a bit deeper. So we breathe in, legs straightens, hands meet. We breathe out into warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Keep hips square to me. Now see if you can keep this deep bend here. Turn your palm up and come to sun warrior. So we're getting a side bend, but we're really seeing tonight if we can keep the bend in that leg. So maybe our side bend isn't quite as big as sometimes. If you've got a little bit more to give, bottom arm lifts too, and they reach. One more breath. Inhale, let the arms fall and bring the hands by that right leg. So you're returning to a lunge. You've now turned your back foot to follow you. Now we need you to bring the knee down. So we were like this in the warm up, but I want your weight shifted further forward. And then you breathe in and lift the arms. And I want you to see now if you can really drop into your hips. So it doesn't feel quite as gentle as it did in the warm-up. It's a lovely stretch in the back leg. You might still get a bit of work in the front hip. Arms can always drop if you need a little bit of a break. Let's bring them down now. Let's pull back just like we did in our warming phase again, but now we're holding. And we're seeing if we can soften the chest a bit closer to the thigh. One more breath. And then come forward. See if you can push yourself up off that back leg and walk round to the centre where we were before. And then roll up. So let's have a practice of this on the other side. So we turn the left foot out, still square the hips, knee above ankle and knee going out too. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, deepen your warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, and stay. Keep this bend, turn the palm up, lift to sun warrior. Keep squaring the hips to the front. Then you decide whether you need to stay or whether you can lift this other arm, but keep bending that leg. If you're coming off that leg, drop the arm. Keep reaching. One more breath. Open the arms, bring your hands by the front foot. Lift your back heel. Back knee comes down, but we keep the weight forward. We breathe in and lift the arms, and we drop these hips low. Hands come down. Let's pull back and hold this now. And feel the stretch into the back of the leg, the chest coming forward. Inhale, push off that back leg, walk yourself round to the front and roll up. So we're coming to a balance, we're coming to star. It's a nicer balance of some of them. So this right foot doesn't have to be directly turned out, it's coming to the corner. We're bringing the weight onto that right leg, we're lifting the left, and then we're seeing if we can reach the arms up. So we've got thinking of 4 diagonals here, like a star. Let me just come forward. Then I want you to see if you can lift your leg higher. Now I'm very conveniently holding onto the wall, so there's an option for you. So lifting the leg higher so you feel it in the hip, and eye gaze down. And then step across to the other side, open the arms again, and lift the other leg. So again, seeing if you can lift that leg quite high, reaching to the corners. Step down and just give your legs a little shake. We're going to do it again, but we're going to have the hands behind us. And hopefully you can see this. I've taken one thumb across the other thumb, and I'm using that to really lower and drop my shoulders. So we're taking the arms out of it. So let's take that position. Let's step across onto the right leg, foot turned out a little bit, and lift that left leg off the ground. So you've got your foot on a diagonal, your chest on a diagonal. See if you can lift that leg quite high. Use the strength of your hands to help you balance. And step across. Now, can you change the grip so the thumb goes the other way? And we lift the other leg. And step down. Well done. Give the hands a little bit of a shake. Come and lay on your front. Take your arms out now. So a bit like the standing asana or balance we just did. This is called lying star. So we're taking the feet wide and the hands are wide too. And then when you're ready, you're going to breathe in and lift legs and arms. Now tuck your chin. If this is too much for anyone, just do legs, or even just do arms. Now keep breathing, so it's really easy to hold your breath here. And see if you can lift your arms a little bit higher. That's where the work is. And then rest. Stay here, just take a breath. Rock your hips a little bit side to side if you need to. And then when you're ready, inhale and lift again. And rest. Push back. Come back to child's pose. Have your knees wide or close, whatever feels good for you. And then let's take a twist here. So come forward and pass your back arm through. And then you can stay there, or you can push the bottom back, whatever feels good for you. You can also use this top hand to push, so you can wriggle that bottom arm further forward. See if you can now take your bottom a bit further back. Inhale, come back up, thread the other arm. All right, come and sit wide. Flex the feet a little bit. I want just to sit up here for a moment. Just see if you can sit up really tall. Keep the feet flexed. And then I want you to bring your hands into the small of your back. And see if you can squeeze your elbows together. So you're getting a little bit of stretch there across your chest. We're keeping the feet flexed too. And then bring your hands forward and let them slide forward and stretch your inner thighs. All right, so I've packed it in tonight. So either come and lay or come and sit to finish your session. I packed quite a lot into that, so you should feel ready to sit still or lay down for a few minutes. So if you're seated, let's bring the hands back to prayer position. If you're laying down, you probably want to have your arms wide, your palms facing the ceiling. When you're ready, close your eyes. So at the beginning of the session, 30 minutes ago perhaps, we took a moment just to reflect on how the body felt. So I'm hoping now the body feels quite different, and therefore the mind feels different too, calmer, more ready to accept the day as it is, go with it. So hopefully also there's change in our breath, an ease in our breath. On your next exhalation, if you're seated, drop your chin to your chest and then open your eyes a few times here till they're ready